Hey everyone, thanks for joining us for another episode of Net Builders. Today we have a very special guest all the way from California, Alan Katz, that guy right there.
Yeah,
And he's
right here.
going to be telling you about his business and wedding officiation and also the importance of reviews. So I'm going to leave the floor to you, Alan, and thanks for joining us again.
Hey, it's my pleasure. It's great to be on a Zoom because all I want to do is zoom and a boom boom.
Just shake your rope.
Life is about having fun and enjoying what you do, and I enjoy what I do every single day. I have one of those jobs where I get to be at the utmost, the most amazing part of people's lives, and when they get married, and I'm the guy who performs the ceremony, and and I created a huge business out of that. I created the largest business in Southern California, probably the whole West Coast of wedding officiating. And I have 37 officiants. We do over 1,500 weddings a year.
Wow.
I have a wedding chapel. I have a beach division, and we do weddings at locations. So we pretty much get every type of wedding that can be done in Southern California, and and we do it.
That's actually pretty big. That's pretty big. And you're right, that's like one of the most actually that is the most important part of someone's life. What got you involved in officiating?
I never imagined that I would make. If you would have asked me in 2003, hey, are you going to have the biggest company of marrying people? I would have told them they were freaking crazy. But here I am. So a friend of mine asked me to do his wedding, and I'm the actor of all my friends, so of course I'd be the one to do it.
Mhm.
And so after the wedding, all my friends came up and go, Alan, quit your job. This is what you should be doing for your life. And I'm like, really? I go, I combine the things that I love, being up in front of people, performing and making people happy. So I put up a website. I go, let's check it out, see what happens. And all of a sudden, I started booking weddings
Wow.
because people saw the difference that I was doing instead of that old guy standing up there preaching the gospel, and everybody just sitting in the audience going, "Oh God, when is this going to be over?" I brought a fresh approach to something that's been done for years, and people like that. And so I started getting busier, and then I got too busy, and I started having to bring people on, and bring people on, and bring people on, and it just kept growing and growing and growing to where it is now. And
Outstanding. It's outstanding. I love the innovation there. You like you said, you brought a fresh approach to something that's been being done for years. I mean, I can tell you have a very vibrant and very animated personality. I love it.
you
I love
think?
it. I love it. I love it. And
Well, they say, you can, if you can build a better mousetrap, but if nobody knows that you have that mousetrap, then it's just a mousetrap and it doesn't exist. So I started learning on, taking classes, going to seminars and figuring out what can I do to make this the biggest, to keep growing. Because any industry I'd been in, I'd always been the best of whatever it is. I'd always win the big awards. So I'm like, I'm going to take that marketing because nobody in my business ever really marketed it.
huh.
They're just the clergy at the church and they were needed and they didn't know how to market. So I learned how to market this particular product and learned how to network, learned how to advertise, learned how to get reviews, which we'll be talking about in a little bit, and put this whole marketing package together. And it's contributed to my success because I don't stop. I won't stop until I'm the best. And I can't, everybody says, Alan, you got the biggest company. Why don't you just have other people doing it or just relax? I'm like, no. I go, if I relax, there's going to be somebody coming in behind me trying to do it. I go, I always need to be there. I always need to be going, 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 going. Um, and then I learned about work-life balance.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
and so I figured out a way to have both.
Uh,
And and
are you
I
married
go,
with kids?
I'm married. Kids are all grown. Married third time around now. I had my ceremony for a girl I met at a wedding.
Huh.
She was the bride. It didn't work out. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm just messing with you. She was actually a guest at the wedding, and our eyes connected. And I gave her my phone number, and we talked. We went out, and here we are. Several years later. I
Outstanding.
think we're going on 4 years next month. So
Outstanding.
together.
Congratulations on that. Congratulations. I asked you that because I think another great topic, if you don't mind touching on it, life balance. A lot of entrepreneurs don't have that or don't even know how to tap into it, and they don't understand how
How to do
disastrous
it,
it
yeah.
could be if you don't balance or maintain that balance. So can you talk a little bit about that?
Oh, absolutely. You know, and I learned, I mean, I'll go 7 days a week. I'll work 7 days a week for 2 months straight. And it makes me crazy. And so I learned that I need to have, you know, an outlet. My outlet is concerts. Okay. Although I've been stifled for the last year and a half, you know, we found ways of doing, you know, crazy stuff. So schedule it. That's how you do your work-life balance. You schedule your days off.
Got it.
You schedule your nights off. Just do it. And when you have a free night, go do something crazy. Go find something. There's always some weird, crazy event going on. Now that COVID's out, COVID's gone, mostly. You try to do everything you can. Just try to find something to do in the evening, just to get away from the house or get away from the office. But it's all about scheduling. You know I needed to visit some family end of this month, so I found a date that wasn't very busy, and I blocked off a couple days, and now I get some work-life balance at the end of this month and go get to visit family.
Okay.
So it's essential that you figure out how much you can work without driving yourself crazy, and how much time you need to really make yourself have some fun, especially if you have a spouse or a girlfriend, or a spouse and a girlfriend. You need to take time for them. You need to show them the love, because if you don't, you're going to lose them. You're absolutely going to lose them. And you know, my job is tough because I work weekends. And when I was going through girlfriends before I met this last one, they didn't understand that. Well, why can't we go out this way? I go, I have weddings all weekend long. That's my tough time. You work during the week. Why don't you take time off? So you have to find somebody, if you're not with somebody, find somebody who can click and understand your schedule, but also take time out to spend with them and spend time with family. If you have little kids, those little kids grow and they'll remember that daddy wasn't around or mommy wasn't around because they were spending too much time at work. So you just got to figure out, make your priorities.
Gotcha. Be intentional as you are in your business. Be intentional with your time off as well. I think that's great advice. I think that's great advice.
Although, even though I just took a vacation, but I was constantly on my phone with the office. You know, just told them, look, between this hour and this hour, my phone will be off, but I'll check in with you, blah, 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 blah. So I still feel good that I was still there for my company and when they needed me, but then they still respected my time and could deal without me.
Gotcha.
So if you are going away and spending some time away, you know, you can still be accessible, but only, you know, schedule a time when you are accessible from when to when.
Okay. I love it. I love it. How was your transition from going from being an employee to an employer? How was that transition?
I always tell this story. So do you know Indiana Jones in The Last Crusade, where he's in this cave and he has to go across this chasm, and it says, you know, you have to believe that a bridge will appear, and you have to take that step up, that leap of faith. And so I just said, you know what, I'm taking that leap of faith, and I leaned off and the bridge was there. Because I believed it. You know, if there's the old saying, if you believe you can achieve, I believed with my whole heart that I was going to be successful in whatever I do. So I had slowly, the job that I had, I was a male exotic dancer. No, just kidding.
I love it because when you do say something like that, you keep a serious face.
I know.
I love it.
That's comedy. So, yes. So I had the job I had. I kept saying, look, I need less hours, and they wouldn't give me less hours. I go, okay, I'm stepping off the bridge, and I knew it would be there, and I did everything I could. From the moment I wake up in the morning, I would think, business, success, what can I do? And when I was ready to stop for the day, nope, I'm going to do one more thing, send one more email, make one more phone call, and then end my day. That one phone call just somehow miraculously turns into something. So I decided I'm just going to go for it, and I'm going to put every bit of energy I have into it. You know, they say that, I forgot who said this, but you know, entrepreneurs work 80 hours a week so they don't have to work a 40-hour a week job.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah,
And
but the success that's gained from being an entrepreneur, working those 80 hours of fulfillment after, like you could tell definitely you're happier than any 9 to 5 worker right now. You could
oh
just
yeah,
hear the excitement, the way you talk about you like you're not one of those people, oh, I gotta go to
got
work
to get to
today.
work in the morning. Yeah.
Let's
No,
go
I
to
wake
work,
up in the
guys.
morning. Sometimes I whine. Sometimes, oh God, like today, it's a day off. It's a holiday day today. I'm still here in the office. I got work all day. Clients I'm meeting all day. Okay. Just what I got to do. I'll take Wednesday off. And I'll go sleep in on Wednesday. Whatever I can do. So,
Gotcha.
and I'll have staff to do that. So again, I'm scheduling my work-life balance time to have a little time off on Wednesday. So otherwise, I'll just be here all day and do it.
Okay. Okay. So tell us about reviews. I think that's why everybody came here today.
Yeah.
And to find out the importance of these.
I'm known as the king of reviews. In my industry, I have more reviews than anybody in the wedding industry. I have more reviews than any officiant, than any venue, than any planner, than anybody else. And I teach how to get reviews. And it's a very simple thing. 2 things you have to do to get a good review. So let me see if you know what's the best way to get a good review.
Asking
for it. Exactly.
People do not
you have to ask for it. But before you ask for it, you have to not suck at what you do. Okay, that's the main thing. Don't suck at what you do, and then you can get reviews. Because if you suck, you don't want to ask that person for a review. It's like, you showed up 15 minutes late, you forgot something. Hey, can I have a review? Oh, I'll review you.
Yeah.
Surely, yeah.
People love saying bad things. So
I know. Hey, I give people bad reviews, but I also give people praise reviews when they need it. So, but you have to ask people for the review. And it depends, every business is different how they get reviews, what review sites they get reviewed on. Yelp is the king of the review sites, but you have to be really careful. You have to make sure that when you're getting reviews on Yelp, that you understand how to get reviews on Yelp. So you can ask somebody to review you on Yelp, but if you send them the link directly to your Yelp, Yelp will know that. And they'll say, oh yeah, they didn't get through this generically. Somebody gave them that link. So if you're going to have somebody review you on Yelp, say, please go to yelp.com, look up the name of my business in my city, find me, and then make the review. Gotcha. Otherwise, Yelp's going to hide that. So, because I have what, almost 1,000 reviews on Yelp, and like 300 are hidden. They're beautiful reviews. They're amazing reviews. But Yelp decided to hide them because for one reason or another, either I'm the first person and only person they ever reviewed. The people, it didn't seem like they were, legitimate. And so Yelp just hides that stuff.
Oh, wow.
So even though they're legitimate reviews. So if somebody does review you and they hide it, there's ways to get it unhidden. Like you like that person, or you tell that person, hey, can you make 5 other reviews of just places you've been to? That turns them into a credible reviewer. And then Yelp will now pull them off of the hidden reviews and put them back into your real reviews.
Now that's valuable information right there. I had no idea. I have no idea.
Other places you can get reviews if you have a brick and mortar, Google places. If you look up a place, you look up it on Google, they have the reviews there, do it there. You can have them, and that you can give them a direct link to. That's easy to do. Okay. For me, also, Wedding Wire and The Knot are places that I get reviews, but different industries have different places where people place reviews. So you have to find out in your industry, there might be specific review sites. You can type up your industry type and then reviews, and then you'll find out maybe, oh, there's a special place for my industry to get reviews. So now there's 2 types of reviews to get. There's the written review where somebody, goes to Yelp or one of the other sites and reviews you. But there's also testimonials. They say the pen is mightier than the sword. Well, the video is mightier than the pen. So if you have a business, this is your best friend. But what you want to do is, if you're getting a testimonial, you want to get people to tell on camera, because people can say, oh, anybody could write that testimonial and anybody could write a review. But when you're getting an actual person on video saying, hey, I just used your service and it was amazing. And you did this and this and this. Thank you so much. That goes so much further than just a written review. But when you're doing it, you want to do a couple things. You want to make sure you take the right type of video, make sure you post it in the right places. So if you don't have a YouTube channel, create one and put those reviews up on the YouTube channel. But when you do it, put your phone this way, not this way. Because if you put it this way, it's going to have the bars on the side.
Yeah.
I mean, this is good for Facebook reviews, for, Instagram. If you do something on TikTok, doing it this way. But if you're going to put stuff on YouTube, this way is the best way because it fits into their algorithm much better. YouTube is actually the #2 search other than Google.
Yeah.
YouTube is #2. YouTube is owned by Google. So the more stuff you have, if you have testimonials on on YouTube, people are going to find it. People are going to find it. And what do you do with those testimonials? You put them on your website. You put a link to it, or you can actually embed it onto your website. Also, what we do is every page of our website, we have a review. We have a review from one of our past clients that's appropriate to that page. So if I have a page that says, hey, I do marriage licenses, okay? I have a review from somebody who says, oh my God, we got our marriage license, it was so easy. I put that actually on that page of my website. So that when people go to my website, they can see an actual review. And don't put fake ones because people will search it, say, oh, is this a fake review? And then you put the source. It's like, Bob says, I loved your service, it was really good, source Yelp. So they can actually learn that, tap up Yelp and say, oh yeah, that's a real review. Because people will catch you if you put a fake one up.
Gotcha.
I learned that early on when I was starting off. I thought, oh yeah, I can just write some crazy, some really nice reviews. And I got busted. I'm like, people are like, where's this review posted? It was an email that I got sent.
Not happening.
I got busted. So you don't want to be doing fake stuff.
Gotcha.
You will get caught.
Gotcha.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. You're providing such great value. I'm not gonna interrupt you. Go ahead.
No problem. Now, one of the things is, what if you get a bad review? Everybody in this business, in any business, can get a bad review. But it's how you handle that bad review that's going to make all the difference. So a couple things you can do. If you absolutely did what they said and you sucked at what you did, own it. Don't walk away from it, all right? But if you got a review and something that you did not do and something you feel that was an erroneous review, the best thing to do is start an email and write every nasty thing you can about that couple. Call them every curse word that you can in that email. Say salacious thing. Tell them that their mother is funny looking, whatever it is. Okay.
Bring the mother, get the mother involved.
That's right. Get that mother in there. Your mother is so fat, and put that in your email and then delete it. Because you just want to get that out of your system, because getting a bad review, it hurts you to your soul, especially if you know you did right. So if you did bad, own it. If you didn't do anything, you can challenge the review. You can challenge the review on Yelp or on other sites, saying, hey, I don't know who this person is. This person didn't exist. Or you can try and get it off, or you can contact that person. I left a bad review for a hotel that I was at the other day, that their food really sucked, and it was a 5-star hotel. I got a call from the head chef. It was, oh my God, we just got your bad review. I am really sorry. I now, tell me what's wrong. And I said, this, and this. He goes, I see your problem. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to fix that on the menu. I'm going to take that off. I'm going to redo it. So what did I do? You know what? I'm going to take down my review. Because sometimes people just want to be heard. They just want to know that you messed up, and I want everybody to know about it. But if you contact them and say, hey, I appreciate you pointing this out to me. And sometimes, if you did it bad, give them back their money. If you didn't live up to what you're supposed to do, give it back to them or give them something back. But how you're going to respond to it is very important. So if they decide, nope, I'm going to leave this review up, you made a mistake. You answer it. And all the sites have a place where you can respond to the reviews. So you always thank people for their review, whether it's a good review or a bad review. You thank them for their review. But if it's a bad review, saying, after reading your review, I realized that there were some challenges that we had. And I'm truly sorry for that. I go, but thankfully, based on your review, we have reevaluated how we do this situation. And we made it so no other couple or no other customer has to deal with this in the future. And I want to thank you for pointing that out. You've made my business a better company. Right? It's going to do two things. They're either going to say good, or they go, they got it. I'm going to take down the review. But either way, you win. All right. If you do get a bad review, just go out and get more good reviews to push it down some too. So just go out there and get more reviews. But as long as you answer it, and as long as you're honest with your review, but in your review, don't go, this lady is crazy pants. I don't know where she's coming from. I don't even know who this person is. Then people are gonna do it, but just own it in your responses, and
yeah, to be accountable, like
exactly.
Yeah, and that's
and then when people who are looking at your reviews, they'll say 5-star, 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 2-star. Oh, what's this all about? And they'll read it, and then they'll see your response, and they go, you know what? He took responsibility for it. He changed what he did because of it. I got to honor that. If you have all 5-star reviews, people are going to go, is this all fake? But if you have 1-star reviews, 3-star reviews, it actually gives you credibility. Now, you don't want that credibility. You don't want to go and get that credibility. But if you do have it, just know that it shows that you're human. And people want to deal with people who are human, not Android. I am always going to make sure this is correct.
Exactly. Exactly.
People know that you're human. If you have too many, then you're doing something wrong. And if you're constantly getting bad reviews, reevaluate what you're doing, and start doing it right. But so now, when you get a good review, what do you do with it? What do you do with that review? You tell everyone. All right. You put it on your Facebook. You take a snap of it. You put it on your Instagram. You can do a TikTok and read it off. I just got this on Yelp. And then spin around and then have your head fly off. Whatever it is. Tell everybody. Tell everybody and put it up on your website, and it's great. That's how you have to publicize it, because if nobody knows that you're getting good reviews, then you're not getting good reviews. So tell everybody. So use your social media. That's what social media is for. It's media. Make it social. So
well said. Instead of posting,
when I get those video testimonials, what's the first thing I do? I'll put it up on Facebook. I'll find special Facebook rooms to put that in. Facebook also has a review portal on it too, where people can review you on Facebook. I don't think any of the others really do, but
yeah,
Facebook is good that way.
Business section, correct?
Right.
Where? Okay, gotcha. So yeah, that's
and I teach this stuff all the way around. And my favorite story is I do this seminar in the wedding industry. We have seminars, and I do this seminar in front of people. And this one person comes up to me an hour after, and he goes, I did what you told me to do, and I sent an email to this one client who I just did a wedding for, and they gave me a 5-star review. And that was in the last 5 minutes. She goes, I never knew I had to ask for it. Yeah, you have to ask for it. And she was so thankful, because people are lazy. All right. I tell people, hey, can you write a nice review for me? Oh yeah, we're going to Yelp the shit out of you. And they never did it.
No.
So you just have to ask for it. You have to remind people. And there are actual companies out there who you can sign up with them, and they're like, $100 a month. And if you do a lot of business, it might be a thing. You enter either an email or a text number, and they'll send them an automatically generated email saying, hey, can you review us? And it makes it easy, because it sends them a little site that you can either click, 5-star, 4-star, 3-star, 2-star. The nice thing about some of those sites is if it's 3-star or below, it won't actually go to Yelp or whatever the service is. it'll actually send you an email saying, hey, this person just sent you a 3-star review.
Mm.
You want to deal with this. So he said, hey, I just got your review and blah, 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 blah. So it sometimes can catch those people who have a problem so you can rectify the problem before they make the review.
That's pretty nifty right there. And it's also sent to their favorite place too, their phone. So they're gonna see that automatically. Yeah.
Everybody's on their phone.
Always.
So
Always.
everybody's emails are on their phone. So, and it just comes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, boom. And then say, oh yeah, you want to post this on Yelp, Wedding Wire? Okay, I'll post it on Yelp. And then, 5-star review. And the people were great, blah, 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 blah. Also, when you're asking people, tell them to post pictures, because pictures are always good to put on Yelp and other sites that allow that. Also, like TripAdvisor is one that allows you to do stuff like that too, depending on what business you're in. When you post pictures, people look at those pictures and they see the happiness. When you post other types of things on those things, people look at that and read that. Also tell them when they're doing their reviews, you also want this to be part of your SEO. So tell them to mention your company, maybe mention somebody within your company, if that's the type of business you have. If you provided the service in a certain city, say, hey, Bob's Plumbing did my service in Pacoima, and it was really good. So when Google's looking at that, they'll see, ooh, your type of service, that city, Pacoima, and that'll come up in the Google searches. So there's method to the madness. It's not just about getting good reviews, but it's about get good at Google to recognize you.
Definitely. Wow.
And then SEO is a whole nother thing, which I'm not even going to get into.
Yeah, SEO that's a whole. SEO is huge. I'm meaning to do a video on that eventually, but reviews.
Well, that's why it's important to put your reviews on your website, because that increases your SEO.
Yes.
Because people get to see
I see why you got the name King of Reviews. Like that's you start a whole review college, honestly. But yeah.
Well, no, I mean I teach it all over. I get flown all over the country.
Wow.
To talk about reviews.
Wow. Where can we find you?
I'm at www.greatofficiants.com.
Greatofficiants.com. We'll definitely have that in the description, and right below his picture, right there, right below his video, right there. Got a video.
Can you put a little crown on my head, King of Reviews?
Yes. I see no reason why not.
All right. I know I should have worn a crown. Actually, I had a couple. I had two my brides the other day. They both wore crowns, and it was epic. So.
Oh man, you literally work and create smiles all day.
I do. You know what? I was diagnosed with cancer about 15 years ago, 10 years ago. I forgot how many years ago. And I beat it, and that's the day that changed my life. When I got diagnosed and I survived it because I had to have surgery, I said, you know what? I don't want to leave this earth without being somebody, without making a difference in other people's lives. And now I'm in videos, I'm in pictures, I'm in people's memories. So whatever I do, I'm never going to die.
Oh, wow.
Because I've made a difference. And I can leave this earth and know that, yep, I did something. And I made something of myself. And I made people happy. And cancer never took me. Cancer never took me. I survived it. And I made the best out of my life that I could. And I go every single day knowing that I wake up and go, I freaking beat you, cancer. Okay. And I'm going to do everything I can to make this world a better place because of you. So in a way, I say thank you.
Wow.
So.
Yeah, you're an amazing soul, man. You're an amazing soul.
Thank you.
Wow. It was we're about up on our time now, but your presence here today just amazing. Yeah,
thank you.
An amazing person, and your knowledge is wow. Hopefully we can get you on the show again and pick your brain some more, because I know you have a plethora more of knowledge. Like
just pick away. I'm always a resource for people.
Wow.
So.
Yes, just an amazing person.
And if you're looking to get married in Southern California, we can do it.
I might come out there just just for it.
There you go.
Me and the wife have been talking about well, future wife. We've been planning to get married forever. But
Hey, we'll take you down to the beach in this beautiful secluded cove with the waves crashing against the rocks. We'll have you do your I-do's.
Definitely gonna book with you.
Okay.
I'm gonna do so. All right.
All righty, man. Hey,
Well,
this was a pleasure. Thank you for letting me impart my knowledge.
Hey,
and
thank
have
you.
me on your show.
Pleasure was ours, man. Pleasure was ours. So everyone, thanks for joining us. Hey, we have his website in the description. You guys check it out. Amazing individual. If you ever get the pleasure of talking to him or ever get the chance to talk to him, take that chance. Great, amazing individual. Like, we'll see you next time. And thanks for joining us.
Thanks, man. Peace out.